Okay.
Hi, we are group 3 and 7, and our topic is Medusa and Perseus.
I'm Alice and I'm responsible for character.
I'm Ariel and I'm responsible for drama.
I'm Michelle, I'm responsible for the Dana.
I'm Freya, I'm responsible for character.
I'm Ivy, I'm responsible for the story.
I'm Linda, I'm responsible for the question.
I'm Shimi, I'm responsible for the story.
I'm Daisy and I'm responsible for the video. 3, 2, 1, bow.
Okay.
This is our outline. We'll first introduce character, then story, video, drama, and Q&A. First character. This is our main character, Perseus. He is the son of Zeus and Dana, and he was killed the Medusa by many gods and goddess gave him a lot of things. Like Hades gave him a head that he can be invisible and an armor and a magic bag to put the Medusa's head. And Athena gave him a shade that can reflect the light. And Hermes gave him a hat and shoes that can help him to fly in the sky, and a sword to kill Medusa's head. And he gave Medusa's head to Athena. Yes. And this is Dana. She is Perseus' mother, and the oracle told her father that she will have a baby and the son will kill the king. So the king built a castle for her, but Zeus found her and make her have a baby with him. So she was exalted by her father.
And then I'm going to introduce you about Medusa. She is a monster and she is a Gorgon. The Gorgons were three monsters in the Greek mythology. Although the other two Gorgons were immortal, Medusa was not. And you can see this picture. She is a winged woman, had a horrible face, and there are many snakes on her hair. And then originally she is a beautiful maiden, but she said she is beautiful than Athena. So this enraged Athena, and Athena turned her into a Gorgon. Everyone who see in her eyes or on her face would turn to a stone. And Medusa, this word has the meaning of an extremely ugly girl. And then I will introduce you about Andromeda. Her mother both let her daughter was more beautiful than the daughters of the god of sea. So the god of sea was very angry. And the god of sea brought lots of disaster to the people. And Perseus killed the sea monster and saved the Andromeda. And then they got married.
Athena is virgin patroness, and there are three virgin patroness in Athens, and she's the one of the virgin patroness. Artemis, Hestia, and Athena. And she's sprang from Zeus' head, not begat birth by her mother. And her mother was Metis, who is the god of wisdom, and she inherited her dad and her mom's advantages. So she's the So she is the incarnation of wisdom and power, and her animal is owl. Zeus, he ruled as the king of Olympics, and his wife was Hera, but he always betrayed her. So and he had lots of lovers such as Maris and Leto, and Leto is Apollo's mother.
And I'll introduce the story. The beginning of story, there have a king of Argos. He have a daughter named Dana, and the princess she predict that his grandson will kill him when he grow up. So he is very angry. So he put his daughter into the top of the palace and locked him with a heavy door. And his daughter Dana was very upset, and her sign was listened in the heaven by the god of Zeus. And when he looked down to the beautiful woman Dana, he fell in love with her immediately. So he visited her that night with a golden ring. And 9 months later, a baby boy was born. His name was Perseus. And the king of Argos was very angry, and he put his daughter and Perseus into a wooden box and threw it into a raging sea. And after days and days, they arrived at an island, and the fishermen picked up them. And then the Perseus was grown up into a strong man. But unfortunately, the king of the island was very evil, and he fell in love with his mother, Dana. Perseus, in order to protect his mother, so he decided to accept the mission that the king gave to him. That is to bring Medusa's head back to the king. Next.
I'm going to introduce why Medusa became a monster. There are two versions about why she became a monster. First is that Medusa used to be a pretty and pure girl. She knew that her father's status is very low, so she wanted to help her father. So she decided to be the priest in Athena's shrine. And she was so pretty that many men want to marry her. But she was the priest, so she couldn't marry anyone. But Poseidon fell in love with Medusa, and he raped her in the Athena's shrine. And Athena was so angry about that affair happened in her shrine because it meant the disrespect for her. But she couldn't do anything about Poseidon because Poseidon was Zeus' brother. So she turned to Medusa and punished she to turn into a monster. And her hair thick into hissing snakes and body turned into a snake. And the second version is that Medusa was very beautiful and she thinks she was beautiful than Athena. So Athena was so jealous and she turned Medusa into a monster. And we will perform it in our play later. And when Perseus wanted to do the king's permission, he get a winged sandal from Mercy and a sword from Zeus and a polished shield from Athena. And this polished shield is very important in this story because he can see Medusa from this shield instead of just look into Medusa's eyes and become a stone. And Athena told Perseus that he had to find the 3 sisters who live in the western shore. Only they know where Medusa lives.
And when Perseus found the three sisters, he found that there were three great monsters and they were so ugly. And what's special is that they used one eye together. And Perseus snatched their eye away and told them if they want to get their eye back, they have to tell him where Medusa lived. But when Perseus knew where Medusa lived, he just threw their eye into a lake. And when Perseus get into the cave where Medusa lived, he used the polished shell to look where she is, and he just used the sword to cut Medusa's head off. And when Medusa's head was cutting off, two children appeared from her blood. One became a star in the sky, and one became a giant. They were the kids from Medusa and Poseidon. And when Medusa was killed, her eyes was wide open.
Next week, we'll take a look at the film of Perseus and Medusa's story. Most people know Medusa, this monster, but we don't know the reason why she became a monster. And now, let's take a look.
The gods and goddesses of ancient Rome could be jealous and vengeful. There is perhaps no better example than the goddess Minerva. When she discovered that her suitor, the god Neptune, had fallen in love with the beautiful maiden Medusa, she vowed that the young woman would never again enchant god nor man. To carry out her oath, she changed Medusa into a gorgon, a monster so hideous that anyone who laid eyes upon her turned to stone. Shunned and feared, Medusa was banished to a cavern by the sea, where she lived for many years. Those whose curiosity outweighed their prudence and who dared gaze upon her stood petrified nearby. For many years, Medusa terrorized the land where she dwelled, until it was decided that Perseus, son of the great god Jupiter, should slay her. For the task, the fleet god messenger Mercury gave his winged shoes to Perseus, and Minerva loaned him her shield. Thus armed, the young god flew to the earth below. Several nights later, Perseus entered Medusa's cave, using the shield as a mirror to guide himself to the Gorgon. In that way, he could avoid looking directly at her. Once he discovered where Medusa slept, Perseus slayed her. As he did, the Gorgon's reflection became so lifelike it was as if she now lived inside the shield itself. Sensing that the reflection also would turn those who gazed upon it into stone, Perseus quickly covered it with his cape, and then he began his journey back. Eventually, he reached the country of Ethiopia, where he came upon the beautiful Princess Andromeda tied to a rock. Smitten by her beauty, the young god flew down and asked how she came to be there.
I am here as a sacrifice to a terrible sea monster that has come to destroy our land. The oracle of my father, King Perseus, stated that Ethiopia would be saved only if I were to be sacrificed to the beast.
At that very moment, the ghastly creature swam toward Andromeda, his sole intent for destruction. When it came into view, the princess's parents, who had come to see their daughter, cried out in anguish, thinking that their beloved Andromeda would now perish. As the beast came closer still, an idea came to Perseus. If you promise to give me Andromeda's hand in marriage, I pledge to slay the beast. The two eagerly and thankfully agreed. Perseus fulfilled his vow, as did the king and queen. The wedding banquet was held in a matter of days, and Perseus and Andromeda dwelled among the gods, where they lived in happiness for all
And now we are going to have a drama for you.
I'm the Perseus.
I'm Medusa.
I'm Athena.
I am two different kings.
And Zeus and Oracle.
I'm fisherman.
Perseus.
Many years ago, there was a beautiful woman called Medusa. She was a very kind person and she obeyed her Greek gods and goddess. Every single day, Medusa always boasted about her beauty.
My skin is beautiful than the snow, and my hairs are brighter than the sun, and my lips are redder than the most reddest rose in the world.
At the same time, Athena was on the heaven. And one day, when Medusa went to Athena, she saw many people obey the beautiful Athena's statue.
It would look better if I were the statue.
At the same time, Athena was on the heaven and heard about what Medusa was talking. She was very angry.
Foolish girl, you think you are a prettier woman than me? But now, you are becoming an ugly woman. Forever.
What happened? I got so many snakes. Oh, my hair, my poor hair.
In the Argos, there was a king and Argos in the castle.
Dear king, you will be killed by your grandson, and the child will be your daughter, Dana.
What? Oh no! I have to imprison Dana to avoid her having a baby. Hey! Put her into jail!
The king thought that is safe enough. However, Zeus still found the beautiful Dana.
Oh, what a beautiful woman. I want to beg her to have a baby for me.
So Zeus used the golden ring to let Dana be pregnant. Hence, Perseus was burned. Because of the Argos, king was afraid of his grandson, so he put him into the sea.
Are you okay?
No.
Come on. Let me take you to the king.
The king of the island who wanted Dana to become his wife, but Perseus always there to protect his mom. So the king told a lie to Perseus.
How should I do that my grandfather will love me?
If you cut the head of Medusa's head and bring it to your father will very love you.
Okay.
Who are you, handsome boy?
I am the one that will cut your head off.
Ha ha ha, so funny. If you look into my eyes, you will become a stone instantly.
It's okay, I have a good strategy.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my body, my head. Yeah.
let's start our question time. And we have prize for you if you answer the question. Question 1. Who beheaded Medusa's head? Marvin. Do you know? Huh? Yes.
Wow, wow.
And question 2. Who were Perseus' parents? Eric Wang. Yes. You are so smart. Okay, question 3. What did Perseus get from Athena to kill Medusa? It is a little difficult. Do you know the answer?
The soup.
The soup.
Wasn't it shield? Shield.
Congratulations.
Yes.
This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.
In the middle. Okay, yeah. Thank you.